Alright, ladies and gentlemen, welcome to part 4 of our rustic village style world thingy blobber. Anyways, we are going to be working on a massive chapel today, and I'm currently inside the chapel right now, and it's going to be a great episode. So I'm going to head outside the chapel and talk about what we are doing. Ladies and gentlemen, in the last episode, we constructed a lumber mill that is right on top of my head right here, as well as this little, what do you call this? A weaponsmith area. And so today we are going to be working on a massive chapel, and in the following episode, we're going to be doing a ton of stuff related to nature. And that is going to be probably one of my favorite episodes. So let's get straight into building that chapel, and make sure to like and subscribe. Let's get into it. Here we go. Alright, ladies and gentlemen, we started off our construction of the chapel by doing a block palette layout like always, and then we decided to lay it out with some wool, which seemed to work out pretty well, and then we started work on a pathway just to connect it up to our main area. And then we did a /fill with air command and accidentally cleared it a little too much, but we decided to make the best out of it and make a nice rock cliff, which me and Fletcher worked on. And in this episode, we actually had 4 people working on it, so I'd like to give a big old shout out to Zaddiker, Fabricant, and TV Fletcher, and then also myself for helping me make this video. It was a ton of fun to do, but you guys aren't here to listen to me talking about other people. You guys are just here to chill, watch the video, so I'm going to let the music play, and I hope you guys enjoy it. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, my footage for the first about half of this build is completely corrupted, so I'm just going to show you what I did in that first part. I added this little side hang here that works well because it also brings our support beams up the sides to give a nice structural integrity to this build. So we added this little portion here. We also constructed this awesome gradient. I'm trying not to show you guys that much, but we added a nice gradient up, as you guys can see here, starting with cobblestone, which is a little more rough, if that's what you guys would call it, rough, to a little bit softer of a texture being gray here being the stone. So that's what we worked on there. So it was all just building up the foundations of this and then constructing these. So I hope that didn't make you guys miss too much, but let's get straight back into the last half of the replay. Alright guys, now hopping back into our replay here. I checked the footage, there's no more corruption except for in about 20 seconds there's a small little flash, but that should be about it. So we decided to construct 2 main towers up the front here. There's not too much to say about them, so I'm just going to let the music play, and I will come back to you guys when we start our next spot. Alright guys, now as we continue construction on our little towers here, we had another builder in the back, which I believe is Zaddiker here. He started working on our roofing, and just to match it up, he finished one spot. And then our friend Fabricant decided to start work on this central tower. So there were 2 smaller ones that connected to the main central one on our cathedral here. And this is probably, and I know I say this every time, but one of my favorite builds. I'm just going to let the music play, and you guys will see how this build just comes to life. Alright, now back at the front of this building here, we decided to add a little emerald-shaped window and then a cross at the front just to make it more like a church, and we added 2 more smaller emeralds towards the bottom. And as I pan out, you guys can see how we built our roofing. Now this cathedral, we had a image which I will pop up on screen right now, and this is what we based it off of, and we just kind of got some inspiration. Now it wasn't completely based on it, but we just got our little bits of inspiration from it, and because we we said we're going to build a cathedral, and we had no clue how to build it. So this was our inspiration, and then we went off of that and just started, and we created our own version of it. So it wasn't like an exact copy or anything at all. It was just our imaginations running wild. So I'm going to let you guys listen to the awesome music and watch this replay. Alright guys, that is all for our cathedral here. Now I'm going to hop into the world and show it to you guys. So let's get in there right now. Alright guys, we are now in the world here, and we have our cathedral all constructed in all of its glory, and apparently we've still got people online, and we're about to start our next recording session, but that's besides the point, guys. Here is our amazing cathedral here that we have 4 amazing builders made, and only 3 of them are online right now. And for some reason, I am seeing the strangest of things right now. But, you know, it's fine. It doesn't matter, okay? So, inside of our cathedral here, I didn't get to show you guys all of the interior, but we have a lovely end rod, apparently. But we've got our lectern here, and apparently we have a guard as well. And I'm sorry for the frames. I just wanted to leave shaders on, so that's why the frames are bad. But as you guys can see, this is our interior to our cathedral here. And it's probably one of my more favorited builds on this world. Now we're gonna hop right outside here, and I'm just gonna do a nice 360 here around this nice cathedral. And as you guys can see here, we decided that the people who built the cathedral, because this is going to be kind of a storyline too, to where it's kind of like ancient builders built these, like this city, and we're re-erecting it or something like that. I don't know. Apparently the person that they would be worshiping here is a totem, and so they put a nice totem on right here, and my friend Zadikers apparently decides to help me out, but you know, I appreciate it. So they decided to build a totem there on their lovely cathedral, even though technically we built it. But this, guys, is our area so far. It is really starting to come together now that we have a cathedral in here, and the builds keep getting bigger and bigger, because this was first episode, second episode, third, and now our 4th episode. We have this massive, not massive, cathedral right here, and then the next one we're going to be working around nature, and we're going to use this forest right here. So, guys, and what is that? You know what? I'm not even gonna. I don't even care anymore. But anyways, guys, that has been part 4. I'm gonna start working on our part 5 right now after I click stop recording. So, guys, I really hope you enjoyed this video, and remember, lick and sub. It's for cookies.